So we're going, okay, do you want to play? Let's play. Well, what I did is I took the law, and on my radio show, I read it. I go, let's go ahead and, has anybody, how many people in here have read the law? You know, and I'm going, you know, and of course, you have your own bias towards it and so on. My thing is that from experience with government, I guarantee you, have a Help America Vote Act, Patriot Act, you know, the whatever We Love the Children Act, No Child Left Behind Act, you know, on and on. It's always the opposite of whatever the heck they say it is. So no matter what they're talking about, I'm going, you know, this is not going to be, that's not going to be good. So what I did is read it on the air, and that thing went postal. And I took in the 2 MP3 hours that I had. Michael Badner, Libertarian presidential candidate in 2004, was in studio with me. He was visiting here that weekend. And the weekend before was Gary Franchi, so we all got to talk about this. Well, I did this with Michael sitting there, and he's like, wow, you know, I had no idea this stuff was in there. Now, what I'm going to do is go through, there's 2 sets of the law. One's the full one, we did like 7 or 8, because it goes into, you know, all kinds of blah, blah, blah. And the main part, you know, so we have that reference, but the main part is only like the first 4 pages that I had Donna print out. Hopefully it has the stuff that I wanted here. You go to the first section, intent, okay? The problem that I had is that I know what the words, not only what they mean, but a lot of us that have been dealing in the court system here know how they use the words. You know what how open and subjective they are, and open into interpretation everything is. I spent 15 minutes on the first sentence, and you'll see why. The legislature finds that there is a compelling interest in the cooperative enforcement of federal immigration laws throughout all of Arizona. Anybody have a problem with that? Does anybody even understand what it says?
Compelling interest is a little vague.
Yeah, you know, what's the compelling interest, right? So my first thing is that I go, compelling interest. Okay. I mean, my compelling interest is I hate accordion trumpet music. Okay. So I mean, you know, what's your compelling interest? Drive around all brown, get on the ground. I mean, you know, what is the compelling interest? Come on, people. What's the compelling interest?
Protect the integrity of the state.
Pardon me?
Integrity of the citizens of residents of Arizona, legal residents.
The what of it?
The integrity,
Integrity. What does that mean?
Safety.
Integrity.
Soulness, the purpose, the establishment of the state of Arizona.
Okay, the compelling interest
You
is...
you put this problem in the citizenry here, or residents, then it may not be a state of Arizona. Let's call it Mexico, Arizona.
The sovereignty of the state.
Thank you.
Okay, sovereignty of the state. So by having Mexican people here threatens the sovereignty of the state. That's compelling interest.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, I'm trying to get all the reasons before we even get into it. What?
It's vague. It's up to their interpretation.
See, the thing is, it's a legal term that they use, and I'm sure Alan, you know, can tell you all the compelling interest arguments that they do.
Further on, it says.
No, we'll get to further on.
No, cooperative enforcement.
No, we'll get to further on. I'm asking you a specific question. What is the compelling interest?
It's put there so they can keep this thing, keep enforcement under the Constitution.
Sovereignty of Arizona.
I don't like brown people.
I'm still trying to get a compelling interest. See, Keith.
Any damn thing they want it to be.
Anything they want it to be, okay? Compelling interest is not defined. It's what, see, it's just exactly what we got here. Well, I say it's this, and I say it's that, and that's my point. You don't know what it is. It's what they say it is. My compelling interest is this: defense of individual liberty. The compelling interest of government has one purpose: the defense, life, liberty, property, individual rights. The Article 2 of Arizona's Constitution, you know, all the individual rights thereby, that is the compelling interest. It's not even on anybody's list. I mean, you're starting to see my thought? See, this is why I see this stuff totally different than most people. Because I've been doing this for 20, I know when you go to court, argue before the Ninth Circuit, I stand up there, you know, I've got these 3 judges, I'm like, you know, la 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 la, compelling interest of the state supposed to, and God, this is what it says, compelling interest, Supreme Court, you know, law and decision, that and precedent, and they don't care. Okay, I'm just, it's whatever they say it is. So I'm going, all right, so I had experience with that term, compelling interest. They usually call it compelling state interest, all right? So I'm going, all right, so compelling interest of the state in the state law is what? Whatever they say it is. I say that the compelling state interest is defense of individual rights. Now, that's what I say, okay? So I'm going, all right, so let's, you know, assume that that's it. How are they going to do that? In the cooperative enforcement of federal immigration laws throughout all of Arizona. Cooperative enforcement of federal laws. Well, you can make, you know, things in immigrations with gun laws, drug laws, whatever law you want. What this says is cooperative enforcement of federal laws. Cooperative enforcement. All right. Somebody, here you go, Russ. Tell me what cooperative enforcement is.
Well, they want to work with the federal government.
Yes, they do.
Immigration laws. That's
Yes,
what
they
they're trying to
do.
do.
That's exactly what they want to do.
State,
Exactly.
federal,
And
county.
if it's different, Ernie, then the feds are gonna come down like they're doing, and they're saying this is interfering with their enforcement of the federal law.
Okay, we'll get to, there's more goody here. First paragraph, cooperative enforcement. Those of you that are, well, probably most of you, you know, they're older, they're over 25, okay, which is, the average is more. Do you remember during the Clintonistas, the Clinton administration, the multi-jurisdictional task force? They were going to bring in all and embed federal marshals and troops and the Fed and the Fed and the Fed, midnight basketball, crime bill, assault weapon ban, all that stuff. Remember this?
Yes.
It was, oh my God, they're going to federalize local law enforcement. That's like not good, right? Screaming for it. Conservatives screaming, Republicans screaming against it. At Breakfast Club, right here, heard it constantly for years. Multi-jurisdictional task force bad. What is Arpaio doing? Yeah, bring it on in. Just give me my black helicopter with FLIR, forward-looking infrared radar. You can do whatever you want. Went up to the New River, you know, turned over to kind of the Waco Seas, y'all go direct traffic kind of thing. You do what you want kind of stuff. Remember all that stuff? Federalizing of local law enforcement. Used to be bad. In the name of immigration, they got you saying, I want cooperative enforcement of federal law. How are they going to do that? Here comes 9/11, Homeland Security, fusion centers. Fusion centers are the liaison, it is the meshing of all federal, state, and local law enforcement right not later. And we had Catherine Bleish and John Bush went around the country, a program they called Defuse. Defuse was all about just, you know, understand, interview all these guys, they talk to them and so on, they find out what was going on, and this is what came out of it. They found out that the entire effort is to create law enforcement with the main overriding control of all, anybody with a gun and a badge went through the fusion center. I mean, they're not even being secret about it. Calling it a fusion center, okay? So what was screamed about 15 years ago as being bad and the damn Clintonistas and the Soviet style taking over and that's bad, 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 the same people are screaming for it in the name of immigration. And they don't put a single trooper, nothing on the border. In the first 2 sentences, I already know where this is going. The legislature finds that there is compelling interest in the cooperative enforcement of federal immigration laws. Compelling interest is whatever they say it is. Now, they don't address the defense of individual rights. Now, this is how I put that in there. The defense of individual rights is that you have, you know, somebody's protected me from somebody taking my stuff. I vote that one, or going on my land, or whatever. It's not some illegal immigrant that's coming up, putting a 45 to my head and taking my money. It's the government. The government is taking all this stuff and then complaining about who's getting it over here. First thing, you're confusing with someone that gives a crap, you know, about what you're doing with the money you stole from me. I got a robber comes up to me, takes my money, and go, yeah, but I did something good with it. Yay! I mean, you know, I don't care.